participating and stuff?
Yeah, he and Dwane both. It's good to see him back on the court, going live. I like Sully better playing than coaching. So, but it's good. He looks in, not great condition just because of being off so long, but he's not, way out of shape where he couldn't go and participate in the game. He or Dwane, either one.
Without a lot of practice time, are you going to be able to ease him into games quickly, or will you have to ease him into games?
We'll see. We'll let there's no timetable exactly when he's going to play. It depends on, again, his condition and how he comes out of these workouts. And again, the 3-on-3 is still not like a game situation. So we'll see how his condition goes this next few days and weeks or whatever it is.
With injuries like Dwane, you're seeing more what we thought we were getting with him, and you sometimes have to remind yourself to get back to this level. It's a lot harder than people would understand, right? Like if you're a high school player and you're injured, yeah, you can get to a high school level, but at this level, it's nanoseconds. It's so much more difficult, right? Would you say that's fair?
That's fair to say. He's getting back to where he was. I don't know if how long it takes you to get naturally back to where you were, but he's getting closer to where he was. His reaction time, his shooting the ball, his timing, his rhythm on his shot is much better. Defensively, he's guarding some of the best players in the world, so that's an area where probably it takes a little bit more time and rhythm and trust into his knee. But again, he's competing at a high level for us right now, and these next few games he's got some monsters coming up that he's got to guard. So we're really happy to see where Dwane is.
So you mentioned Jared, the coaching thing. Do you think that mentally, because he has such a high basketball IQ, that'll help him with? And also he went through camp, he knows all the plays.
Right, no question. That'll help a lot, Ryan. And the fact that he did go through camp, he knows a lot of the verbals. He's given suggestions and talk. He talks a lot as far as what's going on during the game. So he's been mentally engaged tremendously, and which is a credit to him. He's from a basketball family. His dad's a coach, so he has a basketball mind, which is going to help him from the mental standpoint of stepping in and not missing a lot verbally and calls and stuff like that. So that's a big point. And Dwane's been here a year, so he also knows the calls and knows the coverages and that type of thing.
You're looking at a lot of D-League for Dwane to get him,
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's in the plans. The showcases next week, so it's going to be hard to get him consistent minutes, but that's in the plans for a lot of our guys. Is to go down and get, if they're not getting minutes, to go down. That's the great thing about our D-League team. It's right here. They can go down and play one night and be right back with us next day and not miss a beat.
Is that something you might consider for Pascal, seeing that his minutes are down, and with Solinger coming back, they get even cut more?
No question. Like I said, for all the guys, Pascal, Norm, all the guys that possibly could go down and get some minutes, consistent minutes, and come right back. So it's not punishment for me. It's conditioning. It's a plus. It's a positive. And so nobody should ever take it that it's a demotion to go down there and play.
Dwane said last night that he's sort of been mentoring Solinger to get back into, integrate back into a team that's playing well, because obviously he had to do it last year. Have you seen, the fruits of that?
Well, again, Dwane has been through it, so he knows, and I'm sure they've had discussions. They're good friends about it. So, but from the starting point, he's a very intelligent player, and Solinger is, and so he was an intelligent player at Ohio State all the way through. So that's going to help him as much as anything, and nothing's going to help his conditioning except doing what he's doing right now, getting out on the court and working and playing. It's not going to happen in a week. He's going to be winded when he comes back, but as time goes on, he'll gradually get back in NBA condition.
Is there anything on Patrick today?
No, he's the same, still working, but not, we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
No practice for him today?
No, he didn't practice today. No, we didn't have a full out. Just did some prep work, some drill work, stuff like that. So.
I think you had 8 guys with at least one offensive rebound last night, which is a pretty high number. Why do you think that varies so much on a
For us?
Yeah, you need 8 guys with at least one.
Well, if you're missing a lot of shots, that could say something that may be a reason. And who you playing? Some teams do a better job of boxing out than others. It's one thing we don't emphasize, and some guys going for phantom offensive rebounds got us in trouble in the transition last night. We gave up quite a few threes because we were going there thinking we were going to get an offensive rebound. My thing is, if you got a 95% chance you think you're going to get an offensive board, go for it. But if not, get your behind back and find somebody. And especially now, because teams are going for the three-point shot, that 2-point tip in you versus the 3 points you're going to give up on the other end is detrimental. And that's what that was one of our biggest problems last night in our transition defense.
Usually in the past, Kyle hanging around to get offensive rebounds a little bit too often, but now we seem to have perfected that sneaky take one swipe and get back. Is that
he's learned that, and because like you said, Doug, when he first got here, he was in there trying to get a board, and but now with the way teams are playing, it's so important. The first 3 steps are back. People talk about, they're not offensive rebounding well. Now teams are the transition 3 is the shot. And used to be 5 or 6, 7 years ago, coaches were ragging on guys for taking a transition 3. So my thing is now your first 3 steps have to be back unless you have a high chance.
Kyle knows that one swipe and then
back.
On his way back.
He's on his way back as he's doing it, so it's not as bad as he's going in there jumping and taking himself out of the play.